Once, in a quaint village by the sea, there lived a fisherman named Ivan. His life was simple, his needs were few, but his dreams were as vast as the ocean he fished in. Each dawn, he sailed out into the open waters, hoping for a bountiful catch, yet the sea was often miserly with its gifts. One misty morning, as Ivan cast his net, he felt an unusual tug. With a mix of curiosity and excitement, he hauled in his net to discover a fish unlike any other. It was golden, shimmering in the soft sunlight, its scales reflecting hues of the morning sky. The fish's eyes held a depth that seemed almost human. As Ivan reached out to it, the golden fish spoke in a voice as fluid as the waves.
I am a magical being, touched by the gods. Release me, and I shall grant you whatever your heart desires.
Startled but intrigued, Ivan's mind raced with possibilities. He had heard tales of such creatures but never believed them to be true. The promise of fulfilled dreams was too tempting to resist.
I wish for wealth.
Ivan blurted out, his voice trembling with a mix of fear and excitement. The fish's eyes glowed softly, and it replied,
As you wish, but remember, greed can unravel even the most wondrous of fortunes.
With that, the fish swam away, leaving a trail of luminescence in its wake. Ivan returned to the shore, skeptical yet hopeful. To his amazement, his humble abode was transformed into a grand mansion, filled with riches beyond his wildest dreams. Neighbors gaped in awe, and Ivan basked in his newfound status. But as days passed, the initial euphoria faded. Ivan yearned for more. He rushed back to the sea, hoping to encounter the golden fish again. His wish was granted, and there it was, glimmering beneath the waves.
More wealth.
Your wish is granted.
His wealth doubled, but so did his dissatisfaction. The village, once a community of camaraderie, now looked upon him with envy and spite. Ivan's heart grew cold, his human connections severed by the walls of wealth he had built around himself. Yet, he craved more. He sought the fish again, this time asking for power. The fish, now with a hint of sadness in its voice, granted his wish. Ivan became the most powerful man in the land, but with power came fear, isolation, and enemies. His life was no longer his own, it was a battleground of influence and control. The transformation was too much for Ivan. In a moment of clarity, he realized his folly. He longed for his old life, for genuine smiles and simple joys. Frantically, he went to the sea, calling out for the golden fish. When the fish appeared, it looked at Ivan with eyes that bore the weight of wisdom and sorrow.
I can undo what has been done, but know this, Ivan, true happiness is not found in the riches of the world, but in the richness of the heart.
Ivan, tears streaming down his face, whispered,
Please, I just want to go back to how things were.
The fish nodded, and in a flash of golden light, everything was undone. Ivan found himself in his old boat, the sun just peeking over the horizon. His mansion was gone, his power dissolved, but his heart felt lighter than it had in ages. He rowed back to the village, greeted by warm smiles and friendly waves. The wealth and power were gone, but in their place was something far more valuable, contentment and a sense of belonging. Ivan never saw the golden fish again, but the lessons it taught him stayed forever in his heart. He continued to fish, not for wealth or power, but for the joy it brought him. And every time he cast his net, he whispered a thank you to the magical creature that had taught him the true value of dreams. As years passed, Ivan's story became a legend, a tale of a fisherman who caught a golden fish and learned the greatest lesson of all, that the greediest of desires can lead to the emptiest of lives, and true happiness lies in the simple, unassuming moments of life. And so, the sea continued to whisper tales of magic and morals, of fishermen and golden fishes, reminding all who listened of the delicate balance between desire and contentment, dreams and reality.